Hello and welcome to the Kick Rocks Cooking Show. Why do we call it the Kick Rocks Cooking Show? Because we make easy meals around here, and if you don't like it, you can scroll on and kick rocks. Okay, so if you saw my video yesterday, you know that I will now be broadcasting live from the camper. And listen, propane is expensive. Because of that, we don't buy propane. We have electric heaters for when we need them. Our water heater is electric, and I have things like this roaster here, which I have linked in my bio, that I use instead of the stove in the oven. I also have a toaster oven, that's what I bake in. Today we're gonna be making what I call Hessica's tostadas. And there's a story about it, and I'm gonna tell you about it while I cook. So we're gonna set our roaster to 400 degrees. Why? Because I just really like 400. I don't really know the answer, but it is what it is. And we're gonna use this to brown some ground meat. So as you know, we are not fancy around here. I just have 3 pounds of tube ground beef. We're gonna cut it open with my trusty kitchen scissors, and we're gonna dump it into the pan. To our ground meat, we're gonna add some Tony Chachere's, and we're just going to brown that up. And as this browns, I'm going to tell you why I call these Hessica's tostadas. So several years ago, a friend of mine was very much trying to pay off her debt, which FYI, since we moved into the camper, we are almost completely debt free. We only still owe on our car, which and the camper. But the camper note's only like $230 a month, so like we are doing great. But anyway, my friend Jess was trying to pay off some debt, and as part of that, she had joined some groups of other people who were trying to pay off debt. And what do people who are trying to save money do? They share money saving hacks, right? One of the people in the group, apparently his name was Ben, and he made up this recipe called Ben's Tostadas. Well, she's the one who shared it with me, and so I have always called it Hessica's Tostadas. That's where the name comes from. And yeah, so this is a struggle meal also. Well, it used to be. Ground beef is kind of expensive now, but you could do ground turkey. Ground turkey is really inexpensive, honestly. All right, so I'm just gonna brown up this meat, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, my meat is browned, and I also drained it. Drop in the comments how you drain your beef, because my mother-in-law are in a, like, not argument, but disagreement about the proper way to drain beef. I just pour it down the sink and then run hot water. And I've never had a problem because Google says that it is soap and hair that clogs drains, not fat. But anyways, we're gonna add 3 cans of baked beans to the ground meat. Someone commented on the fact that I say ground meat instead of ground beef. What do you guys say? All right, we're gonna stir that up, and then to that, we are going to add a bottle of my favorite, Sweet Baby Ray's. Just add in the whole bottle. And also a handful of brown sugar. Hessica adds tomatoes and taco seasoning, but I do it more like canned beans. So you do the version that you think your family will like best, but this is how we like it. Jess, I told them the right way, even though I changed your recipe a little bit, because she mentioned that at one point. We're gonna stir that up, the heat down to like 250, which if you're doing this on the stove would probably be like low medium, I would guess. I'm gonna cover it up and just let it simmer until the kids get home. Okay, my kids are gonna be home in just a minute, so I'm gonna show you guys how I plate these up. So I have an avocado because I'm the only one who likes avocados on these, but I really like avocados on these. So I'm gonna cut up this avocado. That avocado had a tiny seed. So we have our tortilla, obviously, and we're gonna put some of our beef and bean mixture. Not too much. You don't want it like falling out of the tortilla. You're gonna want some cheese and some sour cream. And for me, like I said, avocado. Just like that. And then obviously you fold it up and you eat it. This is one of our favorite meals. It is so good, trust me.